What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. So I just got done watching a UK horror movie called Eden Lake that my really good friend Wyatt recommended to me. Maybe some little spoilers. I'm gonna try to keep it non-spoilers, but basically, Fassbender, who I love, him and his fiance go to this remote part of the woods, and they're doing a little camping, a little tanning, and doing a little swimming. And then while they're doing that, there's these little punk kids with this dog Rottweiler, kind of, being stupid. And there's one point where the bag goes missing with the keys, and Michael Fassbender goes and finds the little area where they're having a little campfire, and like, hey, I just want my keys, I want my wallet and my phone back, and everything be set. And then there was a scuffle, and then the Rottweiler dog ends up getting killed, and he apologizes, and they get the van back, or the truck back, and they're trying to get out of the woods and run into like a tree. So it's basically them throughout the whole movie trying to get away from these kids. Beginning of a movie, there's like, they kind of leave. They should have just left. I'm sure there was like other parts of the woods that they could have camped out at. But like as they're driving down the road, they see the house where they see the kids' bikes, and it was like, oh, the kids live there. So Michael Fassbender goes and investigate, and then it's just like, they go back to the woods, and go back, and they're doing the same part. And obviously the kids come back, and it's just like being hunted by the kids. There's some really messed up moments, but especially the part where they capture Michael Fassbender and do stuff to him, getting back at him what he did to the dog. And then it's like his fiance is being hunted now by the kids. And then it's like she gets a vehicle, and I'm like, yes. And there's like one of the point where one of the kids that were, something happens. I'm like, yes. I'm like, she got away, but then there's like twist to it. There's a twist at the end, and I'm like, there is no way. There is no way of all the possibilities that this happens towards the end. I hated the ending. I did not like the ending. If the ending was better, I would say this was a good movie. But overall, I'm just going to say, I'm going to give it a 6.3 out of 10. I think it's okay. But if the ending would have just had spoilers, possible spoilers, if they would have basically had her getting away, I think this movie would have been good. I would have gave it at least a 7 or 7.2, but I just hated the ending. Like, the ending was so disappointing. But the beginning was really slow. Middle, fantastic. But yeah, it was just okay. I just but I'm glad I watched it. So, but it was definitely interesting. So, but anyway, that's it for the movie guy. I'm gonna head on to do movie number 3, which is Twisted. So, anyway, have a great night, everybody.